the biggest challenges of NPS are how to generate the most insightful feedback from a limited number of really simple questions, and how to get a high enough response rate to achieve a representative and unbiased customer sample. Let's look at optimizing feedback first. We covered 9 variations you can use on the opening NPS question in another in this series, how to craft your NPS questions. What we'll do now is expand on the second aspect of NPS surveys, the follow-up question. The opening or primary NPS question, the one that begins on a scale of 0 to 10, serves to garner a numerical score that categorises the respondent as either a promoter, a passive, or a detractor. Once the NPS question has been answered, customers should be directed to a message applicable to their response. The most popular way of supporting this is via email and web. Customers receive the opening question via email, click on one of the response options to log their answer, and then get directed to a web landing page. It's on this landing page where you can put an applicable message and follow-up question. The primary purpose of the message is to get them to answer the follow-up question. Now, for promoters, the ideal approach is to match their positivity with a positive and energetic response that expresses gratitude and entices further feedback. Something like this. Wow, thanks for your positive feedback. We're happy to hear you're so pleased and hope to continue meeting your expectations for a great customer experience with us. Before you go, can we please ask, what did we do so well? The tone of voice needs to be aligned to your brand. In fact, the whole look and feel of the email survey and the landing page should be totally consistent with your brand experience. That's really, really important. Next, passives. Again, a positive and grateful response is in order. Show your desire to elicit further feedback and outline the value this will drive to future improvements. For example, many thanks indeed for taking the time to give us your feedback. Our goal is to make our customers as happy as possible. To help us pinpoint the extra improvements that would make a difference to you, can you please tell us what extra could we have done to make your score a 9 or a 10? In all these groups, whatever your message and follow-up question, make it as easy as possible for respondents who've got this far. Give them a choice of 5 or 6 responses and show an empty text box that they can fill with comments if they want to. Finally, the detractors. Detractors are absolutely doing you a favour by answering your survey. They evidently don't value their recent experience with you very much, but they care enough to spend the time to tell you. Now you have the opportunity to get even more feedback from them, to feed into lessons learned and potential improvements. The landing page message should be measured, regretful, sincere and thankful. Acknowledge that they have gone out of their way to give feedback and reassure them of the influence this will make upon future improvements. Thank you so much for your feedback. We're committed to listening to and learning from all our customers' experiences, positive or critical. We'd like to apologise if we've fallen short of your expectations and invite you to elaborate further so that we can address any specific areas for improvement. Can we please ask, which of the following do we need to improve on? We started off this session talking about 2 major NPS challenges. Let's turn our attention to the second of these, maximising your NPS survey response rate. You're tracking NPS because you care what your customers think of your organisation. You want to promote yourself as a more customer-centric business. This should be visible in the way you conduct NPS surveys. Simply sending out unsolicited emails is a missed opportunity to instead use the NPS survey as a device to reinforce a positive impression. Customers will appreciate it if you make the NPS survey process fast and easy. At Customer Thermometer, we recommend embedding NPS questions into existing email communications where applicable, using an attractive and engaging template design that aligns to your brand, employing response icons that are visually appealing and immediately understandable, that make your 0 to 10 NPS scale stand out, enabling customers to complete NPS surveys with one click, using that single click to redirect to a landing page with thank you messages and optional follow-up questions. These are essential foundations for optimizing your survey response rate. Beyond that, it certainly helps if you can make your NPS surveys easy and fast to use, engaging and fun, relevant to the context of the customer journey, timed to coincide with or immediately follow customer touchpoint events, purposeful in explaining to customers how feedback data will be used to fuel CX improvements. You can also increase NPS survey response rates by showing you're listening, by implementing changes inspired by customer feedback. Customers won't carry on providing any kind of feedback forever unless they believe it's being listened to. NPS is therefore a great opportunity to engage in a self-perpetuating dialogue with customers, a dialogue you might otherwise struggle to create and sustain. A key factor in response rates for any survey is the strength of relationship with each customer. You are, after all, asking people to give up their time, even if only for a matter of seconds. By listening to and acting upon NPS feedback, you're bound to make changes that enhance the customer experience and result in increased NPS scores. This itself can be a catalyst for higher NPS response rates. It works like this. Organisations with great customer service record high NPS scores and are proactive about sharing this with their customers. If scores are improving or consistently high and this is visible to customers, then these customers will be more likely to complete NPS surveys. Everyone wants to be part of a success story after all.